Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Wondrous Underwater Structures, Part 2 of 2, Lost Cities Uncovered. Continue watching to find out more.
Go ahead and make war. People like you don't know what else better to do but to make people hate you.
To send best wishes to a friend from Malta, you can say Auguri Weishoazbe in the Maltese language. I'm Edward. Charitable viewers, the faithful Maltese people join you to walk with grace on earth, extending unconditional love and peace to all beings. May God protect you and yours forever. Welcome to our show, Wondrous Underwater Structures, Part 2 of 2, Lost Cities Uncovered. Many intriguing stories remain hidden beneath the surface of our oceans, rivers, and lakes, including those of several underwater cities that were long forgotten or have been written off as mere legends. Traces of history can be found in the depths of the ocean around the Gulf of Cambay off the west coast of India. In 2001, researchers from the India Oceanic Institute, using sonar to study below the sea's surface, identified huge stone buildings in an area 5 miles long and 2 miles wide. Divers investigated the ancient city and retrieved dozens of items, including wood and pottery shards, some as far back as 32,000 years. Oceanographers concluded that the area became submerged about 9,000 years ago. Michael Cremo, a U.S. archaeologist and the author of Forbidden Archaeology, The Hidden History of the Human Race, believes that the city existed from 32,000 to 9,000 years ago. Long before the exploration of the Gulf of Cambay, another underwater city in India was discovered. The 1963 archaeological excavations carried out by the Deccan College, Pune, and the Department of Archaeology, Government of Gujarat, located the ancient city of Dwarka at a depth of 40 meters below sea level. Hindus believe Dwarka to be the hometown of Lord Krishna. According to the Hindu scriptures, after Lord Krishna left the earth, the city of Dwarka and all its inhabitants were swallowed up by the ocean. Numerous ancient artifacts were found during the excavations, leading scientists to conclude that Dwarka was a trading hub for Indian and Arab commerce. In 1987, a series of steps measuring 50 meters long and 20 meters wide at a depth of 25 meters below sea level surprised a diver who was exploring the southern Ryukyu Islands of Japan. Since then, several scholars have visited the site, and its origins remain a topic of debate. Some experts, including Japanese marine geologist Dr. Masaki Kimura, believe that the monument is a human-made stepped pyramid. However, other researchers claim that the monument is natural, having been shaped over the years by underwater currents. Despite its uncertain origins, the Yonaguni Monument continues to attract the interest of divers. Situated off the coast of Laconia in southern Peloponnese, Greece, lies Pavlopetre, one of the oldest ancient underwater cities ever discovered. The city's name means Paul's Stone, after the first century Christian apostle, and was discovered by geologist Phocion Nigri in 1904. While he was exploring the seabed between the island of Elefonisos and southern Laconia's Punta Beach. 3 years later, Dr. Nicholas Fleming, an oceanographer from the University of Southampton in the UK, visited the site and declared it to be an ancient submerged city at a depth of 3 to 4 meters. Archaeologists from the University of Cambridge, UK, visited the area and concluded that Pavlopetre was first inhabited in 2800 BC. Although the buildings and streets appear to be from the Mycenaean period, 1680 to 1180 BC. Researchers believe that the city became submerged after a series of 3 cataclysmic earthquakes occurred in the region around 1000 BC. Port Royal, Jamaica was a busy training center famous for its wealth. This lively place was lost suddenly after a massive earthquake with an estimated magnitude of 7.5 hit the island on June 7, 1692. In the 1900s, remains of the city lying beneath 12 meters of water were found by visitors. The most famous artifact discovered in the city during a 1969 excavation was a pocket watch dated 1686 that stopped at 1143. Simultaneous exploration by researchers from the Nautical Archaeology program at Texas A&M University and the Jamaica National Heritage Trust also collected many other artifacts dating from the 17th century.
Each life which exists now is a result of the previous life's causes, either from the original soul or from the evolved animal, coming down to earth as predestined. So if anyone who kills a life will definitely reap the retribution, the collection of the selected spiritistic messages. Gaudaism.
Creative viewers will now pause for a moment to hear a brief message. We'll return shortly. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our show on underwater structures. In early 2001, a sunken Cuban city about 700 meters underwater was discovered by Paulina Zaleski and her husband Paul Wenswig during a joint Cuban and Canadian survey mission. Sonar images recorded symmetrical and geometric stone structures covering an area of 2 square kilometers. The city's surface looks similar to a barren seabed desert, with neatly arranged stone patterns indicating the presence of an advanced city from an ancient civilization. Lake Titicaca is located in the Andes Mountains between Bolivia and Peru. It is the largest freshwater lake in South America and was the cradle of Peru's ancient civilizations, including that of the Incas. Their presence can still be seen in the ruins they left behind, including mysterious underwater temples thought to be between 1,000 and 1,500 years old. A team of experts and divers from Bolivia and Belgium collected thousands of items from the site, including gold and ceramics. The items are of a pre-Inca civilization and have been estimated to be 2,000 years old. Abu Qir, in the northwest of Alexandria, Egypt, is home to the sunken cities of Heracleion and Canopus, which were explored by archaeologists in 1992. Heracleion, also known as Thonis, was an ancient Egyptian city near Alexandria. Its legendary beginnings date back to the 12th century BC. In 1998, another site in Alexandria was discovered by the French underwater archaeologists. Evidence suggests that the area used to be the fabled royal palace of Her Majesty Queen Cleopatra. It is believed that the city disappeared underwater after a series of natural disasters, including tidal waves and earthquakes. Let's now look at some more recently lost cities. The Lost Villages is a community of 9 villages in the former Canadian townships of Cornwall and Osnabrück, whose residents had to leave their homes due to the construction of the St. Lawrence Seaway and Power Project in 1958. For this mega project, a toll road and railway line were moved, and an agricultural area of 8,093 hectares was lost, relocating more than 6,500 people. But their historical ties to the old villages have not faded. In 1977, the former residents founded the Lost Villages Historical Society and established the Lost Villages Museum. Also hidden 40 meters underwater in a lake between the 5 Lion Mountains in China is a maze of white temples, memorial arches, paved roads, and houses that belong to Xicheng, or the Lion City, built during the Tang Dynasty in 621 AD. The city was the center of politics and economics in the eastern province of Zhejiang. In 1959, the Chinese government constructed a hydroelectric power station for which the man-made lake of Qingdao was built. Consequently, the city was submerged and approximately 3 million people were relocated. The lost metropolis was rediscovered during an expedition in 2001. 10 years later, the magazine Chinese National Geography released a collection of photos and illustrations, including a map of the ancient city that showed the well-preserved, impressive architecture. In the 20th century, 2 Spanish cities were deliberately submerged for the construction of dams and reservoirs, namely Sant Roma de Sau in 1960 and Mediano in 1974. In both places, church towers remain clearly visible when the water level recedes. Kalyazin is a small Russian town of about 13,000 people, located in the Tver region on the banks of the Volga River or Uklich Reservoir, about 200 kilometers from Moscow. In 1939 to 1940, for the construction of the Uglich hydroelectric power station, the old town was flooded. The water has an average depth of 5 meters, but reaches depths of 23 meters in some places, submerging virtually all the buildings and city structures. The bell tower of St. Nicholas Cathedral, built in 1800, is the only architectural structure that remains above the water. It now functions as a lighthouse for ships sailing around Kalyazin and occasionally serves as a venue for special events. These marvelous structures and cities bear witness to past human development, inviting us to appreciate their beauty and reflect on the impact of our behavior on the vulnerable people and the environment. Let's continue learning from the past as we build a better and safer planet for the future, where all creatures live together in peace and harmony.
Non-vegan tested positive for health connection.
Wise viewers, thank you for your company today during Wondrous Underwater Structures, Part 2 of 2, Lost Cities Uncovered. May heaven bless all beings on earth so that we may live in joy and abundance.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Unsere Sendungen bieten viele Sprachen. Gehen Sie auf suprememastertv.com/schedule und suprememastertv.com/AJAR.